All right, let's just dive right in. If your home workspace feels, more like a chaotic pile of cables, coffee cups, and distractions, then you are in exactly the right place. We are going to transform that mess into a real zone of focus. And here's the best part. We're going to do it in just one afternoon. No more excuses, no more, I'll do it next week.
I mean, who hasn't felt this? That amazing dream of working from home, the peaceful mornings, the perfect focus? It just gets completely swallowed by a tangled mess of cables and clutter. This quote, it just hits the nail on the head. Your ability to get things done isn't gone, it's just buried under all the stuff.
So, this right here, this is the most important idea we're going to talk about. There is a huge difference between working at home versus working from home. Are you just reacting to the chaos around you, basically serving the mess, or have you created a space that is intentionally designed to serve you and your goals? Getting that mindset shift, well, that's the whole game.
Okay, let's get real for a minute about why your current setup probably isn't working. We call it the work from home chaos trap, and trust me, almost everyone falls into it at some point.
Do any of these sound a little too familiar? The cat deciding your keyboard is the perfect nap spot? The surprise rock concert in the living room right when you're in a big meeting? That feeling that work follows you everywhere from the kitchen to the bedroom? Yeah, when your home has no boundaries, you're not in charge anymore. The chaos is. You end up feeling like you're just living at work.
So the solution doesn't start with buying a fancy new desk. Nope, it starts right up here in your head. We've got to reframe what your workspace is actually for. It has a job to do, and that job is way more important than just holding up your laptop.
Which brings us to this question. Why isn't a desk just a desk? I mean, seriously, what's the big deal? Why can't you just plop down on the couch and expect the same great results?
Well, it's because your workspace is what's called an emotional anchor. It's a physical place that triggers a specific mental state in your brain. So if you sit down in a spot that's cluttered and feels temporary, you're sending a signal to your brain that your work is also cluttered and temporary. But when you create a clean, defined, focused space, you're sending a powerful, unmistakable message. Okay, brain, this is where we do the deep work.
And this image, well, it says it all, doesn't it? Building a better office is a psychological move first and a design project second. You have to decide that your focus is worth protecting before you can build a physical space that actually reflects that decision.
So before you move a single thing, I want you to ask yourself this exact question. Forget about what looks perfect on social media. Just walk around your home and find a spot where you could sit down and genuinely feel like you're in charge, like a professional. That spot, that's your starting line.
Okay, is that mindset locked in? Good. Let's get to the battle plan. And don't worry, this is not some massive week-long project. This is your blueprint for right now.
2 hours. That's it. Seriously, in less time than it takes to binge watch a few episodes of a show, you can build a space that's going to serve you for months, maybe even years to come. We're going for maximum impact, minimum time. And here it is, the entire plan, broken down into 6 simple time steps. We'll start with a little prep, and then we claim our space, set up our gear, clean up our digital world, get the vibe right, and finally set some all-important boundaries. So let's get into it. First up, for 15 minutes, you prepare. And I mean it. Close every single tab on your computer, set a timer so you feel the urgency. Then, walk around and officially pick that spot you identified earlier, the one where you can feel like a professional. Be ruthless here. The couch is out, the kitchen table is out. Choose your zone. Next, for 30 minutes, you claim that territory. Now, this is more than just cleaning, it's a ritual. Wipe everything down. Move that pile of whatever it is. You are physically clearing out the chaos. By the time you're done, that space should feel like it belongs to your focused, productive self and nobody else. All right, now you've got 30 minutes to set up your tools. And listen, the goal here is a functional command center, not a pretty picture for a magazine. Arrange your monitor, your keyboard, and your chair for comfort. If your back is going to hurt after an hour, you've failed. Ergonomics beats aesthetics every single time. For the next 20 minutes, we're going to turn our attention inward to your digital workspace. A computer desktop that looks like a crime scene of random files is just as distracting as a physical mess. So create a few simple folders, get that stuff organized, and for goodness sake, mute those non-essential notifications. Give your brain some digital peace and quiet. Now, the last two steps of our blueprint are super quick, but they're absolutely crucial. You're going to spend about 15 minutes on light, sound, and vibe. Making sure you have good light so you're not straining your eyes, maybe adding a plant. And then a quick 10 minutes on family mode, which is all about communicating those boundaries we talked about. Once that's done, your space is officially set. So now we can talk about the gear that actually goes into it. This slide just cuts right through all the noise online. Just focus on what we call the core four. A good chair that supports your back, a stable desk that doesn't wobble, one decent monitor that's easy on the eyes, and good lighting. Everything else on that right-hand side, let's be honest, that's just procrastination disguised as productivity gear. Here's the golden rule. It's so simple. Before you put anything on your new, clean desk, you have to ask yourself, will this thing help me think better? If the answer isn't an immediate, obvious yes, then it does not belong there. Empty space is not wasted space. It's room for your brain to breathe.
And just like that, you've actually done it. You've gone from chaos to clarity. So now let's talk about the payoff, the whole reason you just spent this time building your brand new focus zone.
This is the prize. You've created a real boundary. You've built a space that serves you. Work now has a dedicated home, which means the rest of your home is finally free to be just that, a place to actually live and relax and completely disconnect. So seriously, take a moment, look at what you just created. You didn't just tidy up a corner, you performed a small act of transformation. You built a real functional home office in under 2 hours. You should acknowledge that. That's a huge win.
And we'll leave you with this final thought. In today's world, which is just full of constant noise and clutter, the ability to create clarity for yourself isn't just a nice little perk. It is a genuine professional advantage. Your new workspace isn't just a desk. It's a powerful tool for thinking better. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?